So today's lesson is Chapter 11, Lesson 2, and it's median and mode. Okay? So a data set can also be described by its median or its mode. The mean, median, and mode are called the measures of center because they describe the center of a set of data. Okay? So the definition of the median is the value appearing at the center of a sorted version of the list. The mode is the number or numbers that occur most often in a set of data. Then we want to look, how do we find the median of a set of data that includes or that contains an even number of values? Okay, so in that case, we find the mean or the average of the two central values. So just as the mean is one value used to summarize a data set, the median and the mode also summarize a data set with a single number. If there is more than one number that occurs with the same frequency, a data set may have more than one mode. You need to make sure that you know that. So here the table shows the number of monkeys at 11 different zoos. We want to find the median and the mode of the data. So the first thing you need to do when you are finding the median is you need to put the data in order from least to greatest. Okay? So here they did it for us. This part you don't have to write this down. So here's the data in order from least to greatest. Now here we have 11 numbers in this set of data. So we are going to take 11 because we want to get to the middle of it. So we're going to divide by 2. So to get to the middle of 11, dividing by 2, 2 goes into 11 5 times. But if you look here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that is not the middle number. So in order to get to that middle number, we want to add 1. So the 6th number is going to be your middle number. Okay? And you can also count from the end of the list. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then one more is 6. And that's your median. Then, to find the mode of this set of data, you just need to look to see which number occurs the most in the set of data. And here, that's going to be 18. So our mode is 18. So this one I want you to write down. The list shows a number of stories in the 11 tallest buildings in Springfield. We want to find the median and the mode of the data. So the first thing we want to do is put our data in order from least to greatest. And the best way to do that with a large set of data is use a stem and leaf plot. So we've got 40, 38, 40, 37, 33, 30, 20, 24, 21, 17, and 19. Okay, so here we have our unorganized stem and leaf plot, and now we just need to organize that in the second stem and leaf plot. So here is our data organized in our organized stem and leaf plot, and you can see 17, 19, 20, 21, 24, 30, 33, 37, 38, and the 40s, that you have your data in order from least to greatest. So the first thing we want to find is our median. Now, to find the median, I'm going to show you guys how to find the median in a stem and leaf plot. Now, when you read a stem and leaf plot, you need to make sure that you are reading each row from left to right, just like that. It has to be read from left to right. You cannot snake through, you cannot snake through and read it like this, okay? Because if you look here, that would be 17, 19, 24, 21, 20. You can see that those are not in order from least to greatest. So once again, you cannot snake through. You have to read them from left to right, each row from left to right. So we have 11 numbers in our data set. So once again, we're taking 11 and dividing by 2. That gives us 5. And then we'll have to add one more to get to our middle number. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one more gives us our middle number. So our median is 30. Now we want to find our mode. To find the mode, all you have to do is look at the leaf side and see if there are any repeats. So we have repeats right here in the 40s and none anywhere else. So our mode is 40. In these next two examples, all you're doing is looking to see the data in a graph and in a table. Okay? So in the first example, there are 4 temperatures. This is find the median and the mode of the temperatures displayed in the graph. So these 4 temperatures, because there's 4, we know there's going to be 2 middle numbers. And in order to find the median, we need to add. We're going to add the 2 middle numbers and divide by 2. And that gives us 61.3 degrees. And then to find the mode, if you look here, all 4 of the temperatures are different, so there's none that occur more than any of the others. So for this set of data, we have no mode. For example 4, we have an even number of data items. So once again, we are going to add the 2 middle numbers after we put them in order from least to greatest, divide by 2, and that gives us 49.8 inches of precipitation. And then we can look to see if we have any repeats, and there we have it. We have our mode. So the median is 49.8 inches and the mode is 42.2 inches. The median is 7.6 inches greater than the mode. So let's do this one together. So on this one, we're just going to put the data in order from least to greatest. We want to find the median and the mode of the costs in the table. And this is the cost of backpacks. So we've got 16.78. Then there is $18.38 and $22.89. Then we have $48.75 and finally $51.25. So now there's our data in order from least to greatest, and now we can find our median. To find the median, we have 8 numbers, so 8 divided by 2, let's do a different color, 8 divided by 2, that gives me 4. And because we have an even number of data items in the set, that means we're going to have 2 middle numbers, and counting to the 4th number is going to give us the middle numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So $26.79 and $28.54 are the 2 middle numbers. So we need to add those 2 numbers and divide by 2. So when we add those 2 numbers, we end up with $55.33. When we divide by 2, we end up with $27 or 27.665. So 27.665. Now, because this is money, we need to round to the nearest hundred. So, looking at the next digit, the 5 tells us what to do with the 6. So our final median is approximately, we want to use our squiggly equal sign there, so that's approximately $27.67. So there is our median. And now we can find our mode. So once again, in order to find our mode, we need to find the data values that occur more than any of the others. And since, if you look at the list, there are no numbers that repeat, there are no numbers that occur more than once, we have no mode. Now, you don't want to write 0. You want to write no mode. This next example, we're going to use a stem and leaf plot to organize numbers, a list of numbers that include decimals. Now, when you use a stem and leaf plot to organize a set of data with decimals, the line here, the line that divides the stem and the leaf, represents the decimal. Okay, so when we put our numbers in our stem and leaf plot, $1.65 looks like this, 1 on this side and 65 on that side. So that's $1.65. Then we have $2.35. We have $1.97. Okay. We have $3.75. $2.45, $2.49, $2.87, and another $2.87. Now, if you look at this list, you can see that it's already in order from least to greatest, so we don't have to do a second stem and leaf plot. So now we can find the median and the mode. So when we add up all of these prices for juice, we end up with $20.40, 20.4, that's $20.40. And then we're going to divide by how many we have in the list, which is 8. So the median, if I divide by 8, gives me $2.55. So we end up with $2.55. That is our median. Now, to find the mode, we look to see which data item occurs more often than any of the others. So when we do that, you know what I just found out? What I realized? I just found the mean here. This is not the median. That is the mean. Good gracious. That is the mean. So we're going to have to go back and do the median. Okay, so that's the mean. So to find the median, let's see, we have to find the two middle numbers. So that's 8 divided by 2, which gives us 4. So we're going to count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So those are my two middle numbers, $2.45 and $2.49. So to find the median, we want to take those two middle numbers and divide them by 2. So that gives us $4.94. And then we're going to take that and divide by 2, and that will give us our median. So the median is $2.47. I bet some of you while watching this video had been saying the whole time, that's not the median, Mrs. Hart, that's the mean. Well, you are right, okay? So, very good, good catch. Now, to find the mode, we want to see which numbers occur the most often. So now, you can look at your list, look in the leaf side, and look to see if we have any repeats. And there we have it. So our mode is $2.87. $2.87 is our mode. Now finally, it says describe here the daily high temperatures using measures of center. Now, when we are looking for measures of center, that means we want to find the mean, the median, and the mode, okay? And then we can describe the temperatures using those, okay? So to find the mean, once again, we just did it in the previous example, we're going to add up all of the numbers and divide by how many are in the list. So here we add them all up and divide by 7. Now I want to remind you guys, that you don't have to do this part right here. Okay, you don't have to do that part right there. You can go straight, once you add your numbers, you can go straight to this part. So we add the numbers, divide by 7, and we end up with 69 degrees. That's the mean, that is the average. The median, after we put the data in order from least to greatest, we get the middle number. So that's 7 numbers in the list. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 divided by 2 gives me 3. And then we're going to add 1 so that we can get to the middle number. So 1, 2, 3, and so 71 is our median. And then for the mode, to see if we have any numbers that repeat or occur more often than the others, 71. And it says here the median and the mode both equal 71 degrees. They are both 2 degrees greater than the mean. The data follows the measures of center in that the temperatures are close to the measures of center. So here we're going to do this last example together. We want to describe the cost of CDs using measures of center. So that means we want to find the mean, the median, and the mode. Okay? So to find the mean, we're going to add up all of our data points, our data items, and then because there's 6 in the list, we're going to divide by 6. And when we do that, we end up with $15.98. Okay? For the median, we want to find the middle number when the data is in order from least to greatest. So the first thing we want to do is put them in order from least to greatest. So we have $11.95, we've got $12.59, we've got $12.89, then there is $18.49, and then we have $19.99 there. and $19.99 there. So there's our data in order from least to greatest. So to get to the middle number, we have 6 items in the list. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. So we're counting 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. To get to the median, we're going to add those two numbers and divide by 2. So when we add, we end up with $31.38. We're going to divide that by 2. And we end up with $15.69. And then finally, the mode is the number that occurs the most often. So that would be $19.99. So to describe the cost of the CDs using the measures of central tendency, it says here the mean is $15.98 and the median is $15.69. They are closer and lower than the mode, which is $19.99, which is about $4 higher. The median and the mean are in the middle of the data set, while the data are grouped near the extremes.